I have not done a pot pie yet, so we're gonna do one today. Chicken and shrimp pot pie. Let's get started.
Good things are coming. Good things.
Alrighty. Like always, I want to remind everybody that cooking should be fun and relaxing. So let's grab your relaxing juice. For any pie, you have two main ingredients. You have the crust and you have your filling. We're going to focus on our filling first because that is essentially a stew. And the longer a stew can be cooking and mixing and mingling, the better the flavor is going to be. We got to build our umami.
He said it! He said it!
All right, so let's get cutting. Here we go. I've got one full onion here. I just halved it so you guys didn't have to watch me do it. And we're going to dice this up into teeny tiny pieces. All right, and this all can go right into our pot. All right, now we're going to work on our celery. Let's get rid of the little crappy ends there. I do 2 sticks. All right, now we're gonna do a bell pepper. All right, you can totally do one whole bell pepper. We just have this half of a large one left over from supper a couple nights ago, so we're gonna use this thing up first. Alrighty. And please do not waste this little stump piece on the bell pepper. It's perfectly good. Just chop it up as best you can. There we go. Now this combo of veggies for Louisiana cooking is known as the Trinity. If you swap out the bell pepper for carrots, in French, it's called a mirepoix. They also use it in Italian and Spanish cooking. So if you can figure out this combo of veggies, if you can figure out this combo of veggies, you've got like 4 different countries worth of cuisine like figured out. Kind of neat, very useful. Anyway, I'm gonna put this on the stove top with about a tablespoon's worth of butter along with a tablespoon's worth of olive oil. All right, gonna put it on a medium low heat with the lid on it. All right, see you in a minute. All right, while that's going, I'm gonna pull out about, I'd say that's about a teaspoon and a half of crushed garlic. If you don't have crushed garlic at home, get a clove of garlic, crush it, put it in there. Or dice up and put it in there. That's good too. We're gonna let that all melt and mingle and get going. There we go, before we move on, all right? That'll take about 10 minutes or so. Grab your relaxing juice, put your lid on there. See you then. All right, I initially said about 10 minutes or so, but you know, sometimes life escalates more quickly than you expect. That's how I got a daughter. Next, we're going to add our flour. All right, the general rule with making a roux is you want equal parts flour to your oil, butter, fat, olive oil, whatever. All right, so we added 2 tablespoons of fat, basically. We have 1 olive oil and 1 tablespoon butter. That means we need 2 tablespoons of flour. All right. That's just a general rule. There we go. Here's number 2. All right. I've said this before and I'll say it again. You're never going to make the same roux twice, no matter how hard you try. There we go. So don't get too flustered if it's not exactly 2 tablespoons or if it's a little bit more, a little bit less butter, olive oil than you thought. It's gonna be okay. All right, the flour's job is to thicken everything. Yep. And that's exactly what it will do. All right. We're gonna let it cook just a little bit. Ooh, you know what I did forget? Ooh, this is bad, Dad. We forgot to salt this thing. Ew. There we go. All right, that's not gonna make or break us. The salt just lets more moisture get out of the onions and all the veggies, okay? So, oh well. There we go. Now we're gonna add our liquid, all right? Now, if you have a box stock or something that's pre-canned or something, I suggest you add it. This is going to be chicken and shrimp pot pies, so please don't go anything stronger than chicken broth. Mushroom broth is perfectly okay. There we go. And we're going to just add our liquid slowly over time. It's going to turn pasty and gloopy first. That's always how it goes. Okay. Now anybody who watches my videos will probably already know this, but for anybody who does not know, I'm just adding water. I like to add my bouillon cubes after the fact to try and control the flavor a little bit more my way, okay? But if you have a stock that you prefer, please do that. This is just the way that I tend to go. Oh, there we go. Now it's going from a gluey, pasty, goopy thing. It's starting to turn more and more into a really thick gravy. And the more moisture you add and you've stirred in, the more moisture you can add in future overall, okay? So now I can just dump in a good amount. Yeah. All right, I think overall I'm adding about 2 full cups worth of liquid. Don't be afraid to add a little bit more liquid than what you need. Specifically for this, we're going to be cooking it down quite a bit. There we go. So a little bit more moisture is better than a little bit too little to start with. But for right now, this thing is the way I want it to be until we add our chicken and our shrimp. Okay, so we're gonna put our lid back on. We're gonna turn it to a medium-low. We're gonna let it simmer and do its thing while we prepare our chicken. Alrighty, so 1 second.
Got a pretty good calm going.
All right, I have these little chicken tenders. If you have chicken breast at home, it's the exact same thing, all right? Doesn't have quite as much fat as a chicken thigh. If that's what you like, please use that, but this is what I have today. All right, so we're gonna be doing this so that it can go into a pot pie. So we're gonna dice these little boogers up, all right? And before I get going, hang on. For chicken breast particularly, they have this little greasily little vein right there. It's really hard to chew. So I'm gonna try to slice all those off and then dice this up. All right, now I'm gonna cut these all up into tiny bite-sized pieces, all right? If you're wondering, if you're wondering how big, think about how, there we go. How big would you like it on like a spoonful? So maybe like that big, all right? Okay. Time for our spices. Alright, and if you know my channel, you know my first four. Onion powder. Garlic powder. Black pepper. Salt. There we go. And now it is time for the extra stuff. We got a little bit of chili powder. Kind of powder this on there. Little bit of cumin. Followed by a bit of paprika. There we go. This is going to be more like a southwestern flavor profile. There we go. And the cool part is, because it's diced up, I don't have to flip it. I just have to mix it up and then toss it in. So that's what I'm going to do. All right, last but not least, we're going to do our shrimp. Okay, I have raw shrimp with the tail still on here. So the first thing I got to do is I have to peel off all these tails, and we'll go from there. Okie dokie. And we're going to season them practically the same way, all right? I might skip the cumin. That's about it. Oh, and paprika. No, 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 no. You want to help me spice these? All right, and now we get to mop them up. Mop up all the loose seasonings. Now this can join everything else. All right, we got her all stirred up. It's on a medium-low heat with the lid on it. We're gonna go take a break for about 45 minutes to an hour, okay? See you guys then. Hey, bye-bye. Okay, good, close enough. All right, see you guys then. All right, we're back from the park. It was more like an hour, but 45 minutes to an hour should work just fine. And if you're just gonna keep this as a stew, you can go up to an hour and a half and it won't bother anything. But this is looking lovely, lovely, lovely. Ooh, man. All that chicken and shrimp is just cooked in there perfectly. Let's give her a taster.
Then he tastes it.
Mmm. Okay, okay. All right. Tastes pretty good, but of course everybody knows I have not put any chicken stock in this. So let's add a little bit of bouillon. There we go. If you added your own broth or stock when you were making your roux, then you don't need to do this part, but there we go. That was about a teaspoon, a little bit over. Yeah. All right, now let's give her a taster.
He tastes it and tastes it, then tastes it some more.
Mmm. That is right on the money. Here we go. That is 4 thumbs up, 1 holding a baby. I think that's pretty good. So our filling is done. Like I said before, if you're doing a soup or a stew, it's done. You're ready to go. Pour that on some rice or some potatoes. You're off to the races. But we are making a pie, so we need to get our crust together. I'll see everybody back over at the counter. Okie dokie, full disclosure. I was going to do this whole thing about pie sheets being way easier than normal pie crust. About something at the store a while ago. I usually keep a bunch of them in my freezer, but turns out they can dry out over time. Who knew? So we all get to learn how to fix dried out dough together. All right? Pretty simple. I just added a bit of water and I'm smoothing it all out, putting it all together. Just like this. Yes. There we go. There we go. I know it. Manager's disappointed. You should be a better cook. Dad, why can't you be a better cook? All right. So now we're going to get our pie crust sized properly. I have one of our ramekins we're using right here. I'm just going to measure like so. Push down slightly. I'm going to grab I've been using this knife, so we'll use it now. Gonna go around the edge. Just like so. Just like so. And the good thing about home cooking is you can make mistakes and no one's gonna get mad except for your 1-year-old manager. She got a temper, but I think I can handle that one. So I'm gonna lift it up, and there we go, we have a pie crust ready to go. Easy peasy. Now we're gonna roll this whole thing up into a ball. Yep. There we go. Yeah, I know it. There we go. Roll this thing up into a ball like so. We're gonna grab our... Yes. 1 second, ladies and gentlemen. All right. We're gonna grab a rolling pin and we're gonna flatten it back out. Do it one more time. All right, and now we're gonna do one more time. Hopefully we have a good enough size. There we go, one more time, just like this. All right, that should work okay. There we are. That's looking all right, all right. All right. Well, let me clean up my hands and we will get these pies together. Why don't we just start with this one right here, how about? All right, now let's fill this sucker up. There we go. Looks like a yummy, yummy stew. It's a little bit on the thin side, but we're not gonna worry about that because as this pie crust cooks, a little bit of that flour is going to seep down into your stew and it's going to thicken it naturally over time. And now we're just going to try to drape this over. Oh my goodness. There we go. Drape this over top like so. Oh my goodness. I'm going to take some dough and just kind of patch up these spots here. There we go. And now we're going to take a knife and we're going to make little slices to let air escape. There we are. That's one down. All right, and here's this one's going to be thick and crusty just like me. There we go. Oh, tearing a little bit, but no biggie. And we're just going to go straight over top like the other one. Just like so. And once more, I'm going to make little holes in the top. There we go. People at home wondering what these little holes are for, they're for vents, all right? This whole thing is going to rise and eventually it's going to crack. We're trying to give it places to naturally pop open So that way it doesn't, you know, cause a problem anywhere. Anywho, there we go. I have enough dough here. I'm just going to make a hodgepodge one and see how it goes. All right, here goes a hodgepodge pie. And there we have our hodgepodge pie. Let me wash my hands and we'll pop these in the oven. All right, and I guess due to the power of editing, these will all be trayed up and ready to go. And here we have them all together. Really good, a little crumbly hodgepodge. We're gonna pop these guys in the oven for about, 25 minutes or so, or until this crust starts to get kind of light brown, okay? Each oven is a little bit different, so please keep an eye on it on your own. The good part about these pies is the filling is already cooked, so all you gotta do is worry about the crust. And here are our boys fresh out of the oven. 20 minutes was just about perfect. Even that scraggly looking one is looking okay, so not too bad. All right, so we're gonna let these rest for at least 5 minutes because that's gonna be real warm inside. And at long last, it's time to try these pies. All right. Yes, and of course, without a fail, my trusty manager is here at my side. Oh, all right, I think we're gonna need a spoon for this. Hang on. All right, let's take a taster of this.
That's what we're after right there, fellas. There she is.
All right, all right. She gets her cut. Looks like thumbs way up on that one. Not bad at all. Here you go, kiddo. All right. That's going to do it for me today, everybody. This thing is, oh, sorry. This thing is delicious. It's savory. It's everything you want in a pie. Everything comes together just perfectly. It's kind of like an enchilada turned into a pie. Yummy, yummy, yummy. Okay. Try to get something with a little bit of everything. Try to get some of that shrimp in there too. This is gonna be hot. This pie is very, very good. It's not quite as flaky as I was hoping. They don't use a butter crust. I'm using a Pillsbury one. This is more of a lard one, but they use lard with their flour instead of butter, so I don't think it gets quite as crispy. But it still tastes pretty good. Definitely worth doing it again. Oh my goodness, need a little bit of relaxing juice here. Please leave me a comment down below. Try this out. Let me know how it goes for you. What kind of stuff do you like to put, bless you. What kinds of stuff do you like to put in your pies? Like, how do you like to make your crusts? If you want a pretty good pie crust recipe, please go look at last week's video. Okay. Please go look at last week's video. My great aunt, there we go, Ruthie's lemon bars. There we go. You can do that one. Just don't do the cup of powdered sugar along with it if you're going to do a pot pie. That would taste a little bit gross, but it's a good pie crust. There we go. If you want another type of pie, I made a cottage pie a while back, as well as a hot dish, which is kind of like a Midwestern pie. I'll put links to those things right here and in a couple seconds right here. Besides that, please give me a like, a share, a subscribe. I'm trying to get to 1,000 subscribers so I can monetize the channel. There we go. If you want to buy some merch, please go to my merch store and buy a t-shirt or a hat or a mug or something. Please follow me on the social medias, X and Twitter. Send me your recipes. I want to see what's going on. All right. Oh, I actually got a suggestion for a key lime coconut like bar thing instead of the lemon bars. So I'll try that in the future. Sounds delightful. But keep them coming, everybody. Anyway, that's all I've got for today. I would normally grab this and pull it out of the shot, but that would hurt. That would hurt, right? So I'll just say, have a good one. Don't you do it. If you're gonna do it before I have chicken on my hands. Okay. Sophia, what you doing? Leave her be. And the cool part is, because it's diced up, because it's diced up. Oh my gosh. Okay, what do you want? This? Here, play with that. Okay, and that is water on my foot. All right, give me that. Give me that.